You know, I knew I would need to have a really, really good day, and my competitors would maybe need to have a not so good day or maybe make a mistake here or there. But I was confident I would be able to put up a total that was going to be worth talking about, at least.
You know, for me, like, I haven't lost a national since 2008. And so it's been this would have been my 10th title. And there's a lot of pressure when you're at that level to stay there. Like, when's she gonna go down? Is this her last one? Who's gonna take her out, you know?
Early in my career, I did a lot of scouting, but at this point, I know exactly what they're capable of. Meaning, I don't leave anything past them. Like, I expect them to be great and do great and, you know, break their own world records. I expect that. So, saying that, I know I have to bring my best.
Going into squats, warming up, before I started warming up, I was a little bit nervous just because squats had been going fairly well, but they weren't feeling like magic. As you know, I'm pretty used to my squat being the lift for me. And so during training, that it wasn't quite magical. So I knew once I got into warm-ups, I would know how the day was gonna go. And you know, as soon as I had 2 reds on the bar in the warm-up room, I knew it was go time.
Bench never fails me. It's always moving up. And I think it's because I love it. I think you're always gonna progress at something you love unless you have an injury or something like that. And I have it broken down to just like the minuscule techniques and all the accessories needed to make each part of it better. But it just keeps going. And like this meet, it was interesting because I knew I needed as many kilos as I could to beat Sam and Jen. And so I was too afraid to go my normal 275, 308, 320. So I took a chance at going 275, 315, which broke the 3 lift record, thinking maybe I can hit that 320. for the deadlifts are a funny thing. Like I can way out deadlift anything in a competition, and training I can't even come close to what I can do on a stage. Like I doubled 420 and it was everything I had, but I can go out there and do 458 to win because everything's on the line. You have to hit it. It puts you where you want to be. And then just something euphoric takes over, and adrenaline and everything else. So I always think that's, I never really understood people that say like, I can't do what on the platform what I do in the gym. That's a mental thing. That's a complete mindset, because it's like, you can hit amazing numbers if you just believe in yourself, and a lot of it's just padding out the negativity and zoning in.
So this was pretty much the strategy that Wade and I and Aaron had talked about. Was, I told them where I fall short is the deadlift, but my subtotal is going to be really important, because those are where I make up ground. It builds a solid platform for me to win. So we talked about making the subtotal as huge as possible, and then challenging them for their deadlifts, making them have to load a weight that they could potentially miss.
It doesn't matter, because I'm always at the bottom for the subtotal. That's just where I'm at. So always going into deadlifts, I'm either like third or fourth, somewhere around that. I knew Jen Millican broke the squat world record. Like I said, that's something I expected from her. I was super happy when I seen her achieve that. I knew Jen Thompson did what Jen Thompson does, so all those scenarios I planned for. So being in third, fourth place at that point doesn't matter to me at all. Knowing that I hit the lifts that I was supposed to hit, that's all that mattered, because from there I knew I was still in the game. Yeah, so that's the point. That's when I let it out, because my main goal during each meet is to execute. Like just move the weight like you know how to move the weight. Like just execute. If you execute, everything else will follow. I've had meets that I've come out the platform like, oh yeah, that felt great, let's go. And then the rest of the meet kind of like goes downhill because I lose focus on what I need to do and start thinking about the outcome. So I literally attack each lift at a time, treat each lift as one, and I didn't celebrate until that final deadlift. Because at that moment I knew, like, wow, finally did it. Everything I worked for, I finally did it.